You know, you have an important story to tell about your relationship with your mother who had dementia, and you ended up being her caregiver, if I understand that. So can you share that story with us?
When I was a dementia trainer, my mother was diagnosed with dementia, and I became co-guardian of her with my sister, and I was in charge of taking her to appointments, of helping her when we got there, and I also took her from her home and got her into an assisted living dementia care.
So I imagine you found out that it is pretty hard to take care of one's parent. Can you share a little bit about what you went through, you know, what was positive about that, but also some trying things that may have come up?
One of the hardest things for me was that I was a dementia trainer, and that was my role. And when she went to the home, the people there knew that I was a trainer. I trained them, and they would sometimes say to me, "Jan, you trained us, why are you acting upset?" And I would say, "This is my mother. This is not just a woman with dementia." And so what I experienced was a role reversal. I became in the role of mom to her, and she became as a child to me, and it would make her mad. Sometimes she would call me mom, and in an angry way. And I learned that I just had to help her, but not to be hurt by some of her angry words.
When her dementia progressed, did you find that she had a lot more angry words?
Yes, her anger became that she would accuse us of taking her money, of different things, and sometimes I would go to some of my friends and say, that were pastors, and say, I can't do this, and they would say, "Yes, you can, because you're honoring your mother." And so what I did then is that I would just start to practice what I had taught, and that was that I would put myself in her shoes. I would say, what if I was having to be cared for by my daughter, by my child? And how that would be hard, that role reversal would be hard for me to accept care.
Is there one or two things that you can think of that would be some advice that you could give to other people that might be going through somewhat similar situation as you did with your mother? Can you share with that what that might be?
To make sure that you took time for yourself, because caregivers have burnout, and make sure you get support from somebody or a group of people so that you could be kind of just refreshed and know that what you were doing was helping your parent, even though you felt sometimes frustrated with them, that you could still continue to honor them. And so I always tell people, if you could get in a support type group, I have them call me even sometimes, and we just talk about things like that. So it's just helping others.
Well, and I think there's something you said that's really important. When you're a caregiver, it's very possible that one can get burnout. And I always think it's important to try to take care of ourselves without feeling guilty or ashamed for doing so, because we have needs too. And probably, as you found, this can be very wearing or very taxing, and you have to work hard to take care of yourself too.
It was hard work, but I never did regret it. Because people shared with me. There was a gentleman who shared with me once that he was a pastor too, and he said, I said, I don't like being a guardian for my parent. And he said, the word guardian comes from the root word guard, and we only guard our treasures. And he said, your mom is a treasure to God. She may not seem like she appreciates all that her children are doing, but in the end, she will understand she can't because of the dementia.